Hello, I'm Ali Duzette, and this is Staying on the Weight Loss Wagon, a module for the Inside Out Inches Off weight loss program. And today we have 5 images to cover. The first one is fear and panic of committing. Afraid to commit to a program or things to do to lose weight. It says, I've tried so many things before and they didn't work. It's too much and too hard. It's too much time. I can't do it. Excuses, excuses, panic, worry, nervousness, fear, upset, and dread, horror, no. And so we're going to clear it now. Go ahead and tap on your eyebrows, tap it all the way around your eyes, and do 3 good, deep, powerful breaths. Go ahead and run your fingers over your scalp. Yourself a little scalp massage, helping release this tension over this issue. Keep yawning. If you need to spend more time here, please pause this video. And I always recommend that everyone watch every video at least 3 times for best results, but give yourself some time to release this fear and panic of commitment, committing to a program that will help you change your life. Breathing it out. Number 2 is a bumpy wagon ride, falling off the wagon. And so I saw like this group of people, they're all on the wagon. It's the weight loss wagon. And it's going to this destination of obviously health and fitness and hotness and looking great and feeling great. And then it hits this rock and bonk, out falls us. And then we just sit there on the ground and think, oh, and it's gone. And the wagon just like keeps going and we're just there on the ground in the mud. And these emotions come up of shame, guilt, dread, and fear. I know this is going to happen to me. I'll start something new and I'll fail at it again and I won't get back on the wagon. I always do this to myself. It's beating the self up, self-directed anger, horror, blaming of the self. There's like no trust at all in the self to get back on the wagon if something disrupts it. And it's like, maybe I can get on the wagon, but if literally anything happens while I'm doing it, it's over. And so why even try? And there's kind of this hopelessness feeling and a despair and just kind of like a futility and like, it's not even worth trying, not even worth it. Okay, so start releasing that. Tap, tap, tap on your eyebrows. Do your deep breaths. You can rub your scalp again. Pull on your ears. And now close your eyes and we're going to imagine a new image. And that is teaching the self how to climb back on the wagon. And so imagine yourself standing up, you dust off your knees, and you see that actually the wagon did not leave. We thought that it left, but it was actually just on the side of the road waiting for us. And we have the choice to just choose to get back on it. And so we climb back on and buckle ourselves in, buckle that seatbelt so we're not going to fall out again, and feel a lot of peace about committing to the wagon ride of this new destination of weight loss, a thinner, happier, healthier body that you feel great in and look great in. So go ahead and breathe that in and just imagine yourself on that wagon ride feeling so calm and peaceful. You can pause here and continue that visualization, or else we will move on. Number 3 was a person just completely paralyzed. They're standing up and their arms and legs are rigid and they have no support, and they feel like they have no support from their spouse, from the family, from friends, from anybody, feeling totally lost and unsupported, can't move forward, can't do anything, It's like, I'm just stuck here. Like, how can I make any progress at all? Nobody will support me. I have no emotional support, no financial support, no support with time or childcare or what have you. Like, I don't have the support to move forward in my life. And there's fear and there's upset, but it is so much that it's like, I feel it so much I can't even move. Okay, so you can start releasing that. Tap, 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 tap on your eyebrows, under your eyes. Under your eyes, there's a kind of a pressure point called the ocular activator. And so it kind of like feels a little silly when you tap it. And just tap, tap, tap it. And do your deep breaths. So pulling up all of the resistances from others to you losing weight. That is a real thing, and a lot of times others get really uncomfortable with us changing our lives because it puts them in this uncomfortable position of having to face the fact that they're not changing their lives. And so it can really be the case that when we start wanting to really make a major improvement, other people start getting weird about it. And so pulling out these resistances that are in our bodies from other people and releasing them with a deep breath. Releasing resistance. Rejection. Doubt. Shaming. Blaming. Disgust. And eye rolling from others that says, again, another try. When will she just give up and realize it's a lost cause? Releasing that with a deep breath. And you can keep tapping, tapping, tapping. Anything that's in your space from others relating to a lack of support, releasing that. Excuse me. Releasing any cords from others of lack of support where they transfer their unsupportiveness to you, cutting those cords and releasing them, and healing up the places where those were in your body, releasing all anchors of that kind and healing up where they were. And now putting out a new broadcast message. Okay, let's see. There's 2 broadcast messages here. One to like family, spouse in particular, and one to everybody else. And they have different messages, but they both have to do with lack of support. So basically this is the subconscious mind kind of broadcasting to others how to treat us. And so the one to family and spouse says, it's like terrified. What's coming up is just a big feeling of terror. And it's like, I'm terrified. Like, it's like, humor me in my terror and don't let me move forward. So releasing that, deep breaths. And putting in a new signal, breathe it in, tap, tap, tap on your eyebrows, and imagine a signpost coming out of the top of your head and putting on this sign that that says, I choose to do whatever it takes to lose this weight, and I'm telling you to support me and to help me do whatever it takes to heal from this. And so imagine that sign being kind of installed into your mind and into your head. And then imagine that message going one at a time to all of the family members, spouse, parents, siblings, relatives that have previously been unsupportive of your efforts to take care of your body, and to move forward in general, whether that's with education or with other health issues or emotional issues. Imagine that new message of, I choose to do whatever it takes to heal from this, and I choose for you to be supportive. I invite you to support me 100%. And just imagine that if they have conflicting messages, imagine your message winning. You know, imagine like if there's kind of a wall up about that message from them, imagine it just cutting through that wall and saying like, this is my choice and I love you and I need your support. I'm choosing for you to be invited to support me in this. Breathe it in. Okay, the second broadcast signal to kind of like everybody in general has a lot of panic associated with it. And it's like, don't let me move forward in my life. Tell me all the reasons why this is stupid, and like sabotage me before I even get started. And it's kind of funny because this broadcast signal feels like it's doing you a service. Like, it's like, I don't want her to feel like she's doing too much at once. I don't want to make her uncomfortable. So we're going to protect ourselves from feeling uncomfortable by encouraging everyone around us to discourage our changing. But the reality is that the only way to change is to be uncomfortable. And we have to try new things and get out of our comfort zones, because the reality is that to experience a different outcome in your life, you have to be a different person. The experiences you are currently experiencing in your life with weight, but with also with everything, they are the way that they are because of who you are, which is not a message most of us want to hear, but it is actually a really hopeful and wonderful message, because we can choose to change. And all we have to do is actually choose that. But when we're broadcasting these signals of don't let me change, fight me on my changing, we're reinforcing to our own selves that change is scary, which it is not. It is joyful and exciting. And we are encouraging others to sabotage us. And so there's a resistance to letting that go, and it's fear. And just go ahead and tap, 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 and release that fear with deep breaths. It's the big fear. I'm still yawning. Releasing that fear of change and inviting in a new belief program of change can be easy and safe. It can be easy and safe to experience discomfort when it comes to weight loss. It can be easy and safe to try something new and to have hope. It can be easy and safe to have hope again. Breathing that in. And now going to that broadcast signal, asking for help in sabotaging your success from others. And imagine that washing away, remove that sign from the top of your head, and imagine a new sign that goes to everybody that says, I am choosing a joyful shift in who I am. I am choosing to be someone new, and I am choosing for the people in my life to be supportive of that. And basically an invitation, like, if you are willing to support me, then support me. And if you're not, then please keep it to yourself or remove yourself from my life. Putting up a new boundary and putting up a new broadcast signal that I keep only positive people in my life, people that support me in the things that I want to do with my life. And just breathe that in. And like with the other broadcast message, imagine that message kind of going out to all these individuals that come into your mind at this time. And imagine that message just kind of penetrating into their space, into their hearts, and into their minds, and really issuing that invitation to them on an emotional level. Even it's in your imagination, but you'll see that it can cause a real shift in how you act. And when you change how you act, other people change how they respond. And so imagine that message of, I am choosing to do something new and exciting, to change who I am so I can change my experience. change my outcome, change my body. And I'm inviting you to come with me, or I'm inviting you to keep your opinions to yourself or to remove yourself from my life if you are a toxic influence when it comes to me taking care of myself. And putting in that belief of, I deserve to take care of myself. I am worth an investment. I am worth an investment of time, of money, of healthy food, of exercise. I am worth a gym membership if that's what it takes. I am worth whatever it takes to experience the experiences that I want to experience, and breathe that in. We're helping anybody that is invested in your health to anchor in the support of your healthy, powerful, calm, and joyful weight loss. Even if they don't understand the program, even if they don't really get it or don't really believe that the subconscious mind has anything to do with our emotions or our bodies or our weight, releasing their doubts and confusion and eye rolling and rejection and resistance, and replacing it with this joyful support. And just go ahead and imagine what that feels like. Imagine these blue cords coming from the people that you wish supported you. Imagine these blue cords coming from their hearts to your heart. And imagine for each one, they send you a gift. And this gift is of different ways that they're going to support you. Maybe they'll send you more than one gift. Maybe it will be dollar signs. Maybe it will be a gift of a clock, the time. Maybe they're going to watch your kids while you do the things that you need to do for your own self-care. Maybe they're going to help put something in motion for you to change a situation in your life that you really want to change but have felt powerless to change. And so whatever these symbolic images are, and they don't have to make sense. It can be something that you don't expect, for sure. And just accept these gifts without judgment, as long as they feel good and right. And breathe them in and just integrate them into your space. And just tell yourself, I accept the support of others. And that does have a resistance as well. It's feeling almost kind of panicky. It's like, I can't do that. I can't accept the support of others. I have to do this myself. I have to do this myself. I have to fight. This has to be hard for me. I have to talk myself out of things. I can't do it. I can't do it. So let's see what it will take to clear. There's terror, blaming of the self. I'm not worth it. Okay, it can clear. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Tap all over your head. Releasing that, washing it out, and healing that up all the way, and putting in, I'm worth it. I am worth being supported in my weight loss journey. I am worth being healed. I am worth an investment of time and support of all kinds to take care of myself. And putting in that new perspective of, when I take care of myself, everyone around me is blessed. Everyone around me is blessed. As my physical body becomes more and more capable and more healthy and happier, everyone around me is going to be blessed, and they deserve that. I deserve it, and they deserve that. And we all deserve for me to make this investment into my own health. I choose to invest in myself. I am worth the investment into my own self. And just breathe that in. You may need to watch this image several times. I'm getting, for some people, you will want to watch it up to 7 or 10 times. And you can just go through this one part of the video or watch the video over and over again. But it is worth it to clear these feelings of paralysis and no support. These visualizations are very powerful, and they can change your life. They absolutely can change your life. And as you do this module, I would love to hear from you on how the reactions of other people change when it comes to their interactions with you. So you can pause here and keep processing this one, or else we'll move on. Number 4 is of a headache. And it was symbolic of the body's resistances to commitment and excuses. sorry, not the resistance to excuses, but like a commitment to excuses. Resistance to commitment and a commitment to excuses. There were a lot of worries and no trust in the self, various excuses. It's too much money, it's too much time, I don't have it in me to commit, I don't know I don't know what to do, and all of this kind of thing. And so we're going to release that. Go ahead and tap, 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 releasing those things. There's an anchor on them that is made of horror. And it just says, if I release all of these excuses, then I'm going to have to change and it's going to be uncomfortable. And I'm terrified of that. So releasing that and putting in where that anchor was, this beautiful glowing thing. And you can just see what it is. It's going to be beautiful and feel really right. It might be a mandala or a flower or something of that nature. And it's symbolic of this new power source and a new trust in the self and a new trust that there is absolutely enough of everything for you to make a commitment to your own health and wellness, your emotional health and your physical health, in losing your weight by losing your physical weight by losing the emotional weight, and just let that new image kind of fill up your body with light and push out any of the darkness that's associated with this image. Pulling up a body fear of losing weight on the body level, the actual physical body feeling terrified of the program and of changing and everything like that. And so just close your eyes and breathe in, and we're going to imagine a capsule of light. And it's going to come into one of your ears, and it's going to like kind of explode in your brain, and your brain is full of light. And this light, you breathe, every time you breathe, it's going to circulate through your body. And this thing is a capsule of information on what is covered in the Inside Out Inches Off program, what emotional things will be cleared as you work through the program diligently, and how it is just so safe for your body, and how it is desirable for your body, because it is going to help you kind of just let go of so many things that your body doesn't even want. It's holding on to them because it doesn't know what else to do. But this capsule is information on that actually this will help clear out these things that the body wants gone anyway. So it's nothing to be afraid of. And there are going to be changes involved, but they don't have to be scary. And they're actually really exciting, because they're going to mean that you're going to fulfill these other goals that are important to you at the same time. And so breathing that in and clearing out that body level resistance. Tap, tap, tap. I'm still yawning. Number 5 is the blaming of others. And this is a very vitriolic and panicky blaming of other people when it comes to weight loss. And it just says like, this is not my fault. It's not my fault how big I am. It is not my fault that I can't lose weight. It must be your fault. And it just is wanting to blame everything and everyone and not want to take responsibility. It's this person's fault for giving me this food, or it's my parents' fault for how they raised me, or it's this party's fault for having all this food all around, or it's the gym's fault for costing so much to have a membership, or all these different blamings. Pointing fingers at everybody and just saying like, it's everyone else's fault. And there's a bunch of freaking out and feeling upset, not wanting to be the one responsible, to choose to get on the wagon and ride it out to the new destination. So just breathe on that. There's sorrow, crying, despair, and a readiness to change at the bottom of it all, which is good. So we're going to breathe out all of that blaming, sorrow, crying, and despair. and that resistance to taking personal responsibility and saying, this is my job. Yeah, other people's choices have influenced where I am and what my body has become, but I am the one that is 100% responsible for taking the next step. I am responsible for that, and I accept that with maturity, and I accept it calmly and responsibly, and just breathing that in. Keep breathing. Again, you may need to watch this several times. Okay. Getting there is something else, a broadcast signal to a specific person. And it's like, disagree with me on this. Like, it's like, fight me on this. Support me in staying where I am and don't let me change. Releasing that. And putting in a new program of support me, please. Support me. Think of the ways that I've supported you and just support me in this 100%. And imagine that going into your mind and onto that signpost and going to this particular person. And you will have to know for yourself who that person is. And imagine it going to them, or if you don't know who it is, just put it out in the universe. Whoever this is, send this to them. Support me, support me, support me. This is a worthy goal. This is a worthy thing to try. And so just support me 100%. Support me in every way. And breathe that in. Or breathe in so much peace about your next step. And you can just sit here for a minute and feel that peace radiating through your body, that it is so safe to move forward in the Inside Out, Inches Off program. It is so safe to watch the next video, to watch them over and over if you need to really connect with the images and start letting things go and healing emotionally from the inside out. It is so safe. So breathing that in, breathing out the resistance. You can breathe in a commitment that just says, I am choosing to stay on this weight loss wagon. And you can just imagine yourself sitting on that weight loss wagon, buckled in, and feeling so calm and at peace about that decision to move forward in your weight loss journey. It is so safe. It is so safe and so wise and so good. Breathing it in. Now close your eyes and imagine yourself as you take your deep breaths. Imagine yourself growing roots out of your body into the earth itself, down into the center of the earth and out 5 miles in every direction. Feeling so firmly rooted to the earth and to yourself, to your body, feeling connected to yourself and who you are. Feeling very calm and peaceful. And that is it for this video. I always recommend that you watch each video a minimum of 3 times for best results. So please watch this over and over again. I want you to stay on this weight loss wagon. I want you to follow it to fruition and heal from the inside out and experience a complete and miraculous transformation, something that feels so incredible that you would not have even known it was possible. And so I invite you to watch this as many times as it takes to get your subconscious mind on board with your weight loss. And I hope to hear from you, and I hope that you have a great day.